stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need pre-wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
We start with a new version of the "Before there was a lamp and a genie, before there was a beast who lived in a castle" ad, but instead of being for the Little Mermaid like usual, it's for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and this is a great ad. These are great ads, some of the best Disney has ever done. They make these movies feel so important. All right, ad for Disneyland itself, ad for Atlantis, super long. Oh, it's tape. This tape is 2001, so Atlantis was just coming out in theaters. Ad for Lady and the Tramp 2 with Angel voiced by Alyssa Milano. And man, is she ever vacant as she mumbles, "She's from the wrong side of the tracks, and he's from the right side of the tracks. Get this gal some water." 102 Dalmatians. Bow Wow rap as it rains Dalmatians. 2002 was weird. Feature presentation. The THX sound effect. No scrolling blue logo. We open with silhouettes of dinosaurs against a cave wall. Sounds like Whoopi Goldberg talking about how sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest changes of all. Dinosaur title. We start with some dino eggs. This looks like a blend between computer animation and regular animation. Maybe it's all computer animation. Dinosaurs everywhere, laughing and frolicking. Baby dinosaur goes into the jungle looking for food, and a T-Rex explodes chasing him, then his family. The beast takes down a triceratops and everyone else bails, and one lone egg is left behind after the dust clears. The scary part is over and we get bumbler music, and some idiot dinosaur picks up the egg and takes it to the jungle and tries to break it open. Another idiot dinosaur comes and tries to steal the egg and the bumbler's got a bumble. The egg lands in the water where it goes on an adventure. Music is super Lion King-y, and that's not a bad thing. Great animation. I love how history repeats itself here. When you watch the original movies from like the 30s and 40s and 50s, like Snow White and all those ones, there's so much filler where the animators are just showing off because using the medium at that level was pretty new during that era. This is what's happening here is computer animation and technology jumps forward. The animators are just going nuts as these animals fight over the egg, and after a sweet montage, the egg ends up with some Lemur family. Also, the music sounded like the actual music from the ride Soarin'. The egg cracks and the lemurs kind of open it, and it's a baby dinosaur. Lemur dad says, "We gotta get rid of it. Things like that eat things like us." Mom doesn't have the heart to get rid of it. I feel like the dad is voiced by some rapper, or James Earl Jones, or some rapper channeling James Earl Jones. I don't know. Mom calls dad's bluff and says, "All right, get rid of it, big guy," but of course he can't. He's like gonna toss it, but then he doesn't, because Dino's just a little baby. Mom says, "It's okay, we'll just teach it not to eat meat." All the lemur kids pile around and gawk at it. Time passes and the lemurs are running and screaming from this giant ferocious dinosaur. They're just playing a game. Dinosaur's all grown up now. His name is Aladar, but everyone is still friends or a family. There's one ugly lemur though, like his brother I guess, who can't find a mate. He's ugly and he's practicing his horrible pickup lines. Now they all go and listen to a pep talk from a monkey. Oh, this is weird. Okay, it's mating season. The dad is telling all the male monkeys how to get the gals to mate with them, and then the mom is telling all the female monkeys, all the little girls, not to jump into the trees with the first dude that does a backflip. You know, all good sexual advice. One kid says his brother, quote, or he tells his brother, apparently back in the day, "Dad put the prime in primate." Gross. Suddenly the movie goes super slow-mo as the monkey orgy starts. Savage Gardens truly madly deeply blasts as minute after slow motion monkey love plays out. I made that up, but it's basically implied. Alador has no mate. This movie looks beautiful. Also, Zinni, the loser lemur brother, has no date either. Dad says to Mom, "Well, we still got one bachelor," referring to Zinni. Mom says, "No, we got two." And Alador is also sad. Lemurs make love and they watch shooting stars in the sky and in their pants. As beautiful as this is, I feel like this is foreshadowing with oh no, wait, it's already happening now. Meteorites are hitting the ground, and we have some mushroom cloud explosion. Imagine if the monkeys having sex for the first time assumed this was part of the deal, part of the experience. Anyway, it doesn't kill anyone yet, but the world is exploding. The family collects, and they're like, "Where's your sister? She's getting in the trees. We gotta go. Everyone is running from the meteorites that are exploding onto the earth. Again, great animation. This is legit intense. Alidor scoops up his lemur family, dives under the water as the earth continues to be destroyed. The earth has mostly been destroyed, but his family made it. They crawl out of the water and everything is ash and flames. They look across the river to the forest they used to live in. It's all gone. Time to move on and find a new place to live. They see another dinosaur in the distance, so the fam goes to investigate. Suddenly there's a circle of like little dinosaur predators. There's hundreds of them. Alidor takes off and the animated chase is on. This is great. He runs into a sandstorm and suddenly a giant parade of huge dinosaurs going the other way almost tramples him and his family. They decide their safety in numbers and he turns around and he follows the parade. A gigantic brontosaurus goes over top of them. Amazing. Music, animation, top notch. The dinosaur leader says, "We'll rest here tonight," and the star scream of the group says, "I know a better place," but then he gets put in his place by the grumpy boss. They're gonna rest here tonight. Alidor tries to make friends. They know of the nesting grounds. That's where the group is headed. The lemurs are excited. Quote, "Do you know if there's any people there who look like us?" What a racist question. Crone is the leader and he's pushing them all hard to make it to the nesting grounds as soon as possible. I guess that's where everyone gives birth? Sure. Alidor is at the back of the pack with some older dinos who are struggling to keep up. He asks Crone if they could slow down, and Crone says, "Yeah, let's let the weak set the pace," and he's not wrong. In the morning, Crone says, "Everyone goes now." They show Alidor a girl dino, his age and species, and he shoots a shot and she says, "Children, that's a Jerkosaurus," and that was unnecessary. Crone says they're about to cross a desert and no water until the other side. I mean, I guess, do they even have water? Like, do they have bottles of water or something? Where would they get water anyway? Hot montage, like a hot travel montage. Crone says everyone is moving too slow. Dad tells the nice older Triceratops that she's moving too slow, and she says, "Just what I need, a monkey on my back." Is that a heroin joke? Grueling heat montage continues. We see those little scavenger dinos picking bones. The music swells because water is just over the next hill, but guess what? It's all dried up now. It's gone. Everyone comes to term that they now have a death sentence. The silence of this moment is huge. Crone says, "The nesting grounds are only a few days away. We need to keep going." He's told if they keep going without water like this, they'll lose half the herd. He says, "Then we'll save the half that deserves to be there." Woo, ice cold. The old lady Triceratops wants to give up, but Alidor won't let her. A brontosaurus stomps the ground where the water used to be, and it's soft. They pound through and water starts coming up and everyone's excited, and then Crone and the bullies push everyone out of the way and hog the new water, but there's enough water for everyone and everyone drinks and goes to sleep. Could you imagine the urine the next day? Alidor helps a couple little scared dinos get water, and the female dino comes out and is like, "Oh, you like kids?" And he goes, "Yeah, turns out I'm not a Jerkosaurus after all." Her name is Nira and her brother is Crone. This is about to get messy. They start flirting and Dad Lemur says to Mom, "One down," and then he looks at his loser son Zinni and says, "Well, one down." Ouch! That bird's hotter than this desert they're all gonna die crossing. Suddenly they realize Carnotaurs are coming, and Crone wants the fast dinos to make a break from it and let the slow ones be eaten to slow the Carnotaurs down. Not a great plan, but an effective one. Alidor sure doesn't like that plan. Alidor wants to catch up to the herd, but his slow friends can't keep up, so he slows down and stays with them as they get separated. They peek around the corner and they find Bruton, which I think was one of the robots in that Astro Boy cartoon where... yeah, this guy. They hide in a cave. Bruton appears that he's hurt or exhausted, and Alidor is like, "Come on in, you big silly." They all share a moment, but then the Carnotaurs arrive sniffing around, and that's not a good thing. The jig is up. The Carnotaurs storm the cave. The Carnotaurs look like the final dinosaur that scares the shit out of you when it jumps out at the end of the dinosaur ride in the Animal Kingdom. And wait, I should probably look that up. Animal, dinosaur, okay. Originally named Countdown to Extinction when the park opened in April 22nd, 1998, the ride's name was changed to Dinosaur in 2000 to promote the Disney animated film of the same name. However, the two dinosaurs most prominently featured in the ride have always been an Iguanodon and a Carnotaurus, which were both featured prominently in the film. Scenes from the movie also appear in the pre-show to help the guests identify the Iguanodon as the film's protagonist, Alidor. Back in the movie, Bruton starts bashing the side of the cave and collapses part of the cave, and the bad guys are crushed, but so is Bruton. But no, the death scare lasts like 7 seconds as Bruton pushes his way up out of the rubble. Alright. Transition back to the rest of the dino herd going over the desert and collapsing from the heat. You know, this isn't a very fun movie, I gotta say. Back in the caves, Group 2 are playing I Spy, and the answer to everything is a rock, but then they smell something. in the rock wall. They dig through the wall and sunlight bleeds through. Aladar wants to Kool-Aid Man through it, but then the exit collapses and they're all buried in again. Monkey Mum says, we'll just go back the way we came, and Aladar says, to what? There's nothing left. Old Lady Dinosaur gives an uplifting speech and starts ramming the rocks with her old lady body, and by God, she's doing it. I know she's doing it because the dramatic music is swelling. She inspires the quitters, and everyone is Kool-Aid Manning themselves against the rock wall, and they burst out, and just on the other side is the nesting grounds. They were that close. They made it. The soaring music swells, and they're safe. Their new home is lush and beautiful, and the Lion King music starts as they all frolic in the never-ending waters and forests. Great moment. Then they realize the rest of the herd isn't there yet. They found a shortcut and they beat the herd there. Then the Triceratops realizes that the way the others are coming, the way they usually come to the nesting ground, is now blocked by a giant wall of rocks. The herd is actually just on the other side of that rock wall, and everyone wants to find a way around it, but Crone is belligerent and he says, no, we're gonna climb it. The Carnotaurs are back and Aladar sees them. Crone tries to rally the troops, but the dinosaurs can't climb because they're dinosaurs and it's a mess, and suddenly Aladar shows up and says, get the herd out of there. Carnotaurs are coming, and he knows a safer way. He stands up to Crone and tells everyone to come with him, and it's on, because Crone doesn't like that. Survival of the fittest. They actually throw sand in each other's dino eyes and deliver dino uppercuts. Can't believe how into this fight I am. Aladar shouts that Aladar schools that Crone and leads everyone to safety while Crone sulks like a dino bitch. You feel me, people? Crone is a dino bitch. Suddenly the path is blocked by a Carnotaur, and Aladar says, no, don't run, we stand together. And then as the beasts charge, Aladar stands up to it, and the herd joins Aladar. It's going to be a gang beating if that thing doesn't back off. They drive him backwards. The score for this movie is fantastic. A Carnotaur sees Crone by itself trying to climb the rocks and to escape, so the Carnotaur follows him up there to pick him off. He beats that Crone bitch now as well. Aladar has to go up and save Crone, and he takes on the beast by himself. He forces the Carnotaur over the edge. Slow motion death scene as he goes over, but Crone is also dead. His sister is going to end up with Aladar, and she's sad. And Aladar is like, don't worry about your dead brother. We got a new leader, and it's me, and I'm not a little bitch like your brother. He leads the herd around the wall to paradise. It says, welcome home. Jump forward. Everyone has babies, including Aladar and Crone's sister. The loser's son, Lemur, meets a group of 5 female lemurs and says, you ladies up for a game of monkey in the middle? And we end with an orgy joke. Dinosaur ends with a monkey orgy joke. Disney's Dinosaur ends with an orgy joke. And credits say co-produced by Baker Bloodworth.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.
Okay,